Good day, everyone. I hope that you are doing very well. My name is Yolandi van den Berg, and I will be assisting you in tackling your tax tutorial question as it specifically relates to CGT for individuals. In this video, I just want to give you an approach that worked for me, and I hope that it will help you too. I want to address three things. First of all, when it comes to natural persons, and as it specifically relates to CGT. Secondly, the highlighting system that works for me. And lastly, just to bring the point home on travel allowances, I will address that in another video. When you think of natural persons, remember the year of assessment ends on the 28th of February 2021. And I normally think of three things when it comes to CGT. First of all, it's a 40,000 Rand annual exclusion, and only then do you incorporate 40% of the aggregate capital gain into your taxable income calc. Please don't mix this the other way around. It's always first the 40,000 Rand and then the 40%. And then a highlighting system that works for you. What helped me was to highlight with purpose. What do I mean by that? When I read the required and I have to go back to read the question, I do not want to see yellow everywhere. I will get confused as to what is where. So I try to use minimal colors to just have things that stand out for me when I have to refer back to something. For example, here in this question, I used pink as main things that has to stand out. For example, under note 1, I can see travel allowance. Under note 2, medical scheme. Note 3, disposal of assets. And then little things like, for example, under the travel allowance, as it relates to a fixed travel allowance, motor vehicle. So I know exactly what it is about. And then yellow I use for amounts, specifically Rand amounts. And then blue, some things like kilometers, for example. The point is to get a highlighting system that works for you. I do not want to see yellow everywhere when I have to go back to find things. So this is what works for me. And then while taking notes, I just jot down what little triggers I'm thinking of as I read through the paper. I'm not doing detailed calculations in any way. I just write brief things that I would consider throughout if I have to go back to that part in order to answer the required. Then, as it relates to travel allowances, I just quickly want to show you. There is some changes in the monetary changes document that was sent out to you. Please take note that the travel allowance, it is in your tax act, so you can go back to it. It helps me because then I know exactly, for example, it speaks about where the value of the vehicle, and there it tells me exactly what it means, the value of the vehicle. For example, did you know that the value of the vehicle is inclusive of VAT? So that is something that helps me. And then they give you the amounts. Remember, the fixed cost Rand is in Rand, and the fuel cost and maintenance, it's in cents. Remember to use it appropriately. Don't forget to first use what, for example, you can do the following. Fixed costs, convert it into cents, and then use your fuel costs as cents, and then maintenance costs cents per kilometer. And then something to remember is when it comes to your simplified approach, to remember that that amount is 398 cents. So I will now just continue on this matter of the travel allowances. You can see in the next video.